Welcome back to the box office, guys. We got another episode to you with a 50-50 fight. This is a true 50-50 fight, a bout that can go either way. You got Carl Frampton, the slight Vegas favorite, believe it or not, versus Jamel Herring, the very, very, very slight underdog. How close is it? Jamel Herring is at dollar for dollar. You bet $1, you get $1 back. Frampton, you bet $139 and you get 100 back. That's very, very rare to see in boxing. A fight so close that the odd makers felt the need to just leave it, dollar for Herring, because it is a big possibility that he does win. Now, what makes this fight Frampton the favorite? Potentially the early money going from his fans betting on him. Lines have to adjust. Truly is a 50-50 fight. And let's get to it, guys. So on the left-hand side, you have the Vegas favorite, Carl Frampton, versus on the right-hand side, Jamel Herring. Carl Frampton, the Vegas favorite, he is a 5'5" orthodox fighter. He's coming in with 28 wins, 16 KOs, 2 losses. Has never been knocked out, though. Keep that in mind. He is at the age of 34. His last fight happened in August 15 of 2020, where he won it by 7th round TKO. Now, on the other hand, you have Jamel Herring, who is a southpaw, 35 years old, 5'10". All right, he comes in with a 22-2 record as well. 10 of those wins by KO, and he has been stopped once in his career. All right, fighting out of Cincinnati. His last fight was against Jonathan Oquendo, and what you guys remember, he was outboxing Oquendo, but something happened where he got disqualified due to headbutts, and he was up in the scorecards, and he ended up winning the fight. So this is what we're looking at. Carl Frampton versus Jamel Herring. Let's take a look at some keys to success. First of all, Vegas favorite. So we got the Vegas favorite, Carl Frampton. First things first, be assertive. You are the shorter fighter in there. Truth be told, the reach advantage is not to your favor. Herring is 5'10", so he's almost half a foot taller than you, and he has a almost 10-inch reach. He has a 72-inch reach advantage, whereas you have a 65-inch disadvantage. So plus 7 inches. So you can see where this is going. Frampton, you have to be assertive. You want to fight on the inside. You want to pick your shots on the inside and stay on the inside. If you're not shooting inside, make sure you're not in any type of range. Being assertive comes in more ways than just being a come forward fighter. You have to use your feet work. You have to use that head movement. You have to set up punches with that jab. There's a difference between being a come forward fighter and being assertive in the fight. Sometimes, you might have to take a step back and let him come forward. Maybe if he's a counter puncher, you have to try to time him. But whatever your attack is, whatever your game plan is, be assertive and don't second guess in fighting. Step number 2 is infighting. This is just comes naturally, especially with the height advantage or disadvantage that you're gonna have. You're gonna want to get in the inside of this guy's guard. Your chances are jab your way in, throw punches, wiggle your way in with head movement, use that feet work to your advantage. And once you're inside, you really want to work and continue being assertive with your attack. Going back to the attack, key number 3, mix up that attack. Head, body, body, head. Don't just be a one-dimensional fighter that's going to be head hunting because this fighter's been knocked out. Let's keep it real. This guy's a true professional, so mix up the attack. Don't block everything, slip some punches. Don't catch and shoot everything. Mix up the attack, but also mix up the counter attack. Show different dimensions of your game and really come forward and come to fight. This is going to be an interesting fight in which his last fight against Jonathan Oquendo, he wasn't able to knock him out. And Oquendo was very much so in the fight coming forward, and it was picking up momentum. I mean, he was still not a threat to really win the fight, but if he wasn't able to get an Oquendo out, that gives you some wiggle room, something that you can do and capitalize on. Considering he's not a tremendous big puncher, he's not a knockout artist. By all means, he's more of a boxer. Uh, Tricky guy to hit, especially when you're giving up that height advantage. Southpaw does not make things easier. Be assertive, infighting, and mix up the attack, and you'll be able to win this close fight. Um, been knocked out before. Only time will tell if he's everything that's being advertised on this end of the pond. Now you have Jamel Herring. First and foremost, he has that height advantage. So anytime you're fighting with that height advantage, you already know the game plan. It doesn't need to be. It has. There's no need to say it. Game plan: taller. Use that height. Use that reach. All right. So precise boxing. Bait him into shots. Throw feints out there. Make him overcommit and make him reach at times so that you can capitalize that and land your own punches. I don't want to say load up, more precise punches, land the right counters, and things start falling into place. Fight at a distance, number two. You fight at a distance, you're fighting where you're comfortable, kind of where you can hit and not get hit. And that's what this fight's going to be all about. Who can fight at their distance, who can fight at their pace, and who can execute better. It's going to be the infighter versus the outfighter. If the outfighter is skilled enough and he can execute for the 12 rounds, he will be in good shape. I do give Herring a very, very good shot at pulling off this upset, which wouldn't be such a big upset, to be truthful. All right. So precise boxing, land those counters, catch the guy coming in, keep him at the end of that stick, at the end of that jab, and really make him work to gain that distance and cover ground. Fight at that distance. Stay up there as long as you can. Fight off that telephone pole. That jab. You are a southpaw, so use that to your advantage. Give that angle. Make him walk into straight left hands. And then the third tip is going to be fight big. The reason why we say we fight big is because very rarely does the taller fighter get the better of the exchanges on the inside. Longer arms cause for more motion to be covered. There's more throwing their straight punches from a distance are going to get there quicker than getting your long arms over and trying to throw hooks. So fight big, and it doesn't necessarily don't fight on the inside. It means fight big in spurts. If you know you're the bigger man, if you feel like you're more physical, fight it in spurts. Jab, 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 box, box, box. When he comes inside, don't always have him think that you're gonna clinch. Sometimes try to push him out the way until you land your own punch. Fight big, try to be a bully, especially when you have that height advantage, and things can go your way. I do see this being a tale of two halves of the fight. I want to see the first half, how Herring's going to hold up boxing. And honestly, the second half of the fight is going to determine maybe who wins the fight, because it's going to be a war of attrition here, where we are going to see if Herring can outbox and stay on his toes and really execute for a good 12 hard rounds. So we'll see where the fight leads us. And next up is going to be my prediction. Okay, well, I've asked a couple people around to see what they think. Some people tell me Herring's going to win. He's going to be able to outbox him. Others tell me Frampton. Some people tell me for the simple fact that it's the fights here in the States, he'll take it. But truth be told, I got Frampton. The only reason I have Frampton is just because I've really like that Leo Santa Cruz win. Herring against Oquendo kind of was of a letdown. He wasn't able to stop him. He wasn't able to get him out of there. It was a tough fight, and I do feel like it's going to be a very entertaining fight. My pick is Carl Frampton. Tough, close fight. Tale of two fights, and that's just what it is. It's going to be a good one, guys. Tale of two halves of this fight. Make sure you guys tune in. A true 50-50 fight, which seldomly happens. Once again, box office, please like, subscribe, comment down below who you guys think is going to win. Take care, guys.